Basically, Fabric is an amalgamation or a group of services from Azure, all in one platform where you pay one monthly fee. So if you wanted to go with a cloud-based solution, you can go and spin up a SQL database. If you go with Fabric, it all comes under the one capacity monthly fee, and then you get access to lake houses, warehouses, pipelines, data flows, notebooks, everything in the one platform. Consolidates all of those services under one hood and allows the company to just have one payment. It's a unified platform, effectively, of all the key Azure services that fall under business intelligence. OneLake can actually bring in lots of different types of data into one place. All can be stored in one central location. And you can also bring in semi-structured data as well, things like JSON files, MongoDB, that type of stuff. And it just allows you to have all of that data within one huge storage capacity in the cloud. Clients want to make sure that they put a project together and the risk is as low as possible. Because in a traditional database, you would just have a database and you'd have maybe a staging area where you manipulate data. But if you want to go back to the source system and actually reconcile data through the different levels, it gets quite difficult to be able to do that. That's where this medallion architecture works beautifully. At large-scale organizations, definitely, because you want to be able to utilize the full capacity of Fabric, which is that OneLake data lake functionality that it has. If you've got huge amounts of data, Fabric all the way. If you've only got small amount of data that you just need to be modeled and get some quick wins, Power BI all the way. Well, what I like about Microsoft Fabric is that it's Microsoft, so it integrates with Power BI very easily, Microsoft ecosystem as well, as where Snowflake kind of sits outside of that ecosystem. It's more of an independent solution. Ultimately, when a solution is put in Fabric for a client and it's working well, they are starting to get answers to questions, business questions. They get to go to reports, they be able to get data at their fingertips, ask any questions, ad hoc queries. It effectively opens up all of those questions within the business to be able to answer them and actually look at how they can actually manage that business. When companies go solely alone and do a Fabric implementation with a data team that doesn't necessarily know Fabric, because it is a fairly new product on the market, they use lake houses for the gold layer as opposed to warehouses. So a lake house stores huge amounts of data, but it's not a relational database.